Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about all 10 movies I saw this year in 2021. So I saw a total of 10 movies, and they range from very great, probably one of the best movies of the decade so far, and very, very, very bad, F. So, we got 7 tiers here today. We got S, A, B, B minus, C, D, F. I know B minus isn't usually a teal, but I feel like it counts for a lot of these movies. You know, not good enough for BB, not bad enough for BBC. You know what B minus means. So let's start off with the first movie I saw this year, which was the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League. I thought this movie was great. It was a huge improvement over what we got with the Joss Whedon version of the Snyder cut. And I think it gave a lot of character time to underdeveloped characters such as Cyborg and the Flash. It gave him a lot more, like, we got to see the backstory and stuff. I thought that was really neat. I liked Wonder Woman a lot. Woman was very good in the movie. Bruce Wayne was great. And Henry Cavill, that's the movie that finally sold me on Henry Cavill Superman. So all in all, a very good movie. I really want a sequel to that. So Warner Brothers, if you're watching, restore the Snyderverse. So, they're probably not watching. But if they are, listen to me. Do it. Um, so up next we have The Father. Well, actually, no, Snyder Cut's too good. I'm gonna put that in B. Next we have The Father, which I'm putting in A. It was my favorite movie of the year for a long time, but then it got bumped down by something else on my list. But yeah, this is a beautiful movie. Just I especially for me, who's had a grandmother go through dementia. It was a very, I guess, realistic, but it was interesting because I came into the movie thinking that it was going to be from the daughter's perspective, but it's actually from the father, the man who has dementia. It was from his perspective, so I thought that was very interesting. Um, but yeah, it was a very sad movie. One of the only movies to ever make me cry in theaters. That has to do with the performance of Anthony Hopkins. He is so good in it. And I think Olivia Colman does a really good job as well. So I'm putting that in the A tier. Demon Slayer Mugen Train. I know this came out in 2020 in Japan, but I live in America, so I'm counting this as a 2021 movie. I thought this movie was great. Very, like, the action was good, but what I like about Demon Slayer compared to a lot of other anime is the like emotional beats. They're very good at progressing the characters and stuff. Like, that's what I like about anime. I don't like anime that'll just like fight, fight, fight. I like anime that'll a lot more character driven, and that's what Demon Slayer is for me. It's a very character driven anime, so I thought it was great. Very sad, but funny at the same time. It's just a very consistent show and movie, and yeah, Mugen Train was a great movie. And moving on to Luca, I didn't love this movie, but I didn't not like this movie. It was a good movie. It wasn't as good as Soul, um, mainly because I thought the plot was a bit too simplistic. But there's nothing wrong with a simple plot, especially for a Disney movie, and they make it work. I like how it's original ideas. A lot of times Disney doesn't do original ideas. That's not their thing. They just take popular IPs and milk it till they're dead. But we have Pixar to save us with good old original concepts like Luca. So I thought it was nice, good movie. Not amazing, like I said, but it was okay. Still better than our next movie, Black Widow, which I did not like at all. I'm putting it in D. I'm not putting it in F because it did have its good moments. I thought Scarlett Johansson was good in the part, and I did like Yelena a lot. But I felt like the villain was very like under. He didn't seem much of a threat considering the stuff he was doing. He didn't seem like he was much of a threat, and the guy from Stranger Things, forgot his name, but his character in the movie was very underutilized. He didn't do anything to progress the plot. The only thing he did to progress the plot was getting the mom out of jail, so he could progress the plot. David Harbour. Yeah, David Harbour's character didn't really do anything, which is a little bit disappointing because I know he's a good actor. He was very good in Stranger Things. But here he doesn't really get much to work with, and I don't know. I don't like how they try to make the mom sympathetic when she like brainwashed a bunch of teenagers. It's very sick stuff, but they kind of just brush it aside. And the whole like pheromone thing, where it's like if you smell me, you can't hold me. That was dumb. That was really dumb. But besides that, like, it's not like the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not the worst MCU movie. I think that still goes to Thor 2, which was bad. And I wasn't a big fan of Captain Marvel, not for like other people's reasons. I just thought it was a boring movie. I'm not gonna go political. I just thought it was a boring movie. But yeah, Black Widow, very, I don't know, disappointing. I think her character deserved a better send off. If they were gonna make a Black Widow movie, they should have made it while Black Widow was still alive. Maybe make it in 2017 or 2016. That would have made more sense. But I don't know. Yelena was cool, and it was nice seeing Yelena at the end. Moving on to Shang-Chi, which is the next movie I saw, I thought it was a step up from Black Widow. I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. I'm putting it in C. It wasn't anything special. It kind of played it safe. But, I liked Shang, and I liked his friend, and the action sequences were cool. It was just a nice, fun movie. It was, it wasn't amazing, but it was a very fun movie. I don't really have much to say about it. So I'm putting it in C. C is like, it's not amazing, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Actually, no, it was a solid movie. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm putting it in B minus because it was as good as Luca. If I'm putting it in like ranking, I'd say it's as good as Luca. So I'm putting it in B minus. It was a solid movie. It was funny. Had the perfect Marvel formula, but it didn't seem tired. It seemed refreshing because we got to meet all these new characters, which I liked. So yeah, that's going in B minus. Now is the big stinker of the year, Many Saints of Newark. I had high hopes going into this movie because, I'm a huge fan of the TV show Sopranos, and if the original writer of the show and director of the show is coming back, I thought it would be good. But alas, it isn't, mainly because they tried to juggle way too many plot lines into one 2-hour movie. For the only way to make the film make sense is if they made it like 4 hours long, or TV show, or something. And I feel like a lot of the ways some of the other characters are handled, not Tony specifically, but other characters like Ralphie, or Polly, or Silvio, they just seemed like caricatures. They seemed like parodies and not the actual thing. And yeah, the plot was all over the place. They had way too many storylines at once. It was just a horribly made movie. Very disappointing. Do not recommend. Boo. Boo, this movie sucks. Okay, moving on to Dune. I loved Dune. Dune was great. I'm putting it in B. Just because it's not as good as The Father. But it's as good as those other two movies I put up, though. It's very visually beautiful and stunning. And the plot was very faithful to the book, which I liked. I liked the book. Very faithful to the book. The acting was good, especially from Rebecca Ferguson. I think she did a great job. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is the music. I don't like how obnoxious the music is. It's like, brr, brr. I swear, ever since Inception, Hans Zimmer has done the same soundtrack for every movie he's made. I'm not the biggest Hans Zimmer fan. I don't know. I feel like that's the only thing the 2000 Dune miniseries has above the new Dune, is that it has a better soundtrack. But that's just me. Besides that, the acting was good, the set design, the effects were all just very good, and I like its faithfulness to the book. So putting that as a B. Ooh, voice crack. Next, moving up, The Last Night in Soho. That's the only movie I'm going to be putting in C. I thought it was a good movie, ruined by an awful ending. Like, the first hour and a half of it was great. Very suspenseful thriller, mystery. I think he really captures the 60s atmosphere well, and we're giving a really good performance by Thomas and Mackenzie. But the ending of the movie just doesn't really, it's not satisfying. Also, we get a very bland boyfriend character, and I don't like the trope of, the love interest whose only goal in life is to support the main character. I'm not a big fan of that trope in movies, and I don't like how the ending, she's, trying to kill Thomas and Mackenzie, and then she's like, oh, never mind, and then decides to die. I think that was a dumb ending. But, you gotta give props where credit is due. Diana Rigg does a fantastic final performance. Yeah, Diana Rigg's great actress. She's great in Game of Thrones. So, hearing that she died recently, I was a little bummed. But seeing her in this movie was very nice. So, great job to the cast and directing. I feel like the ending could have been better, so that's what I was going and see. Moving on to No Way Home, which I think is the best movie of the year. Second, Martin Scorsese for saying that Marvel films aren't real cinema. I saw 10 movies this year, and No Way Home was the best one. It's a great emotional climax for the trilogy. It brings a lot of cool old characters back, but not in a way where they either ruin the characters like Star Wars or bring them back for useless cameos that don't add anything to the plot, like Jurassic World did. No Way Home brings them back full force to, yeah, very in character. They get a lot of screen time, a lot of stuff to do. It feels like a true like homage to the other Spider-Man and the other villains. But it also has like a lot of emotional weight for Tom Holland. This is still clearly Tom Holland's movie. And I like that. Like the focus has never really taken off of him because yeah, he's a great actor. He's my favorite Spider-Man. So I liked Tom Holland in this. It's a lot of emotional stakes. The whole like probably has to have everybody forget about him is really sad and depressing. The whole like MJ subplot was really good. Aunt May dying was nice. Well, not nice that she died, but like nice in terms of character development. Just a great movie all along. And Doctor Strange is awesome, but I still think of him as Sherlock Holmes. So yeah, that is what I thought of all of the movies this year. What are the movies you saw this year, and what did you think of them? So we kind of have a nice little slope of like kind of just meets in the middle for like the B's and the B minuses, and it kind of spreads out like a nice little bell curve of movies. For every stinker of many Santa New Yorks, we had great movies like No Way Home. We're looking forward to next year's movies. I don't really know what's coming out next year. I know there's a Doctor Strange. I just kind of go with the flow with movies. So, whatever comes out, I'm sure I'd either like it or not like every human being on the planet. I'll see you guys next time. We'll be talking about my favorite TV shows this year. It'll be kind of similar to this video, but instead of a tier list, it's going to be like a straight ranking from 10 to 1. So yeah, I hope everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and peace.